Hey everybody, welcome back to another chat from the truck, as I've decided to call these. I'm here with my boy Ray from the NYC. How you doing, man?
What's up, dude? I'm chilling.
I've always meant to ask you, are you one of these New York City snobs that does not consider me a real New Yorker because I don't live in New York City?
I don't think so. I mean, I just consider you like it's my homie from upstate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I live in a city,
Okay.
and I was born in New York. I
hmm
was born in the boonies, though.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I've been up there. I've been to like Elmira and stuff like that. I've been up there.
yeah, I went to college in Corning, like basically a suburb of Elmira.
hmm
Yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, it's I like Rochester though. It's a perfect size city. I have everything. I can get any kind of food I want without speaking to a human being. But I can
That's
also
dope.
still own a big stupid truck and actually be able to park it in a driveway and drive places. So
I don't even have a license. Do you know that?
no, I didn't.
I don't even have a license. Hold on. Let me just turn my
You know,
Wi-Fi off here. That way I'll get better connectivity.
uh,
Just make sure. I
my
forgot to
son
do
is
that.
one of them. He doesn't have a license.
Yeah, I don't have a license. I've lived here since 1987.
Yeah,
I'm also not a U.S. citizen.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I've got a green card, bro. My mom is like, "You're gonna
Really?
get fucking deported. You better, become a citizen soon. I'll pay for the fee. It's like $700. It's
There goes
crazy."
there goes half your viewership.
They know. They
Right.
know. I talk about it all the
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
yeah, but yeah. I didn't know you were a dirty foreigner.
I know, right? Jungle Asian, baby. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but I wanted that guy has
Whoa.
penis. Like for
Yeah.
sure. I,
Yeah.
I shouldn't talk. My truck's pretty loud, but it ain't that loud. But no, I wanted you on here because I was on your show and I very
Mhm.
much enjoyed it. It was a really good time, and I know that you and I like get along. We have the same similar sense of humor, and I think
Yeah, definitely. You could.
we're both the same level of nerd, but you can dress that way better than I can. At 45 and a gray beard, I can't quite pull it off.
I don't know. It's the Asian thing, I guess.
Yeah, I can pull off
Yeah.
like nerdy T-shirts. I have a vast
Yeah.
collection of Doctor Who and Star Wars
I
T-shirts.
love Doctor Who, dude.
Doctor Who is great. Not
Yeah.
so
I
much.
don't watch
Not so
the
much
recent ones though.
Yeah, I stopped about halfway through the first season with the new Doctor. Not because she's a woman. It's just
Yeah.
not good. It's just since the
I
old
watched
showrunner left, at least since the end of the Matt Smith days, it just hasn't been the same.
right. That's when I stopped, and I actually started watching during the David Tennant seasons,
Yes,
right? And
that's
then
when I heard. Like that's when I got into it too.
yeah, and he's like the best one, and I kind of like every time I see him pop up in something, I'm like, oh shit, it's David Tennant.
Yeah. I'm a David Tennant is my doctor. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
say
me
like
too.
you have your doctor, and David
Right.
Tennant's my doctor.
Yeah,
But,
he's the best.
yeah,
He's always
he was,
he always
he was
does that.
yeah, yeah. It just his mannerisms and stuff were just always
hmm
awesome. But uh, yeah, but I've we're in the kiss ass portion of
Oh shit.
the conversation now. So one thing I've always really like appreciate about your channel is your production quality is just ridiculous compared to almost all of us. Maybe Advanced Knife Bro and Cedric and
Keith's
Andy come
got
close
yeah.
to it, but man, you like the stuff. It's just visually compelling. Like
hmm
even if you're not into knives, and your sound quality is great. I mean, I'm recording this on a MacBook with no external mic, even though I have one I probably could have brought down here and used. But you've got the professional mic and all that stuff all set up.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love once I got into podcasting, like that's just been my favorite thing to do.
Mm.
And it's connected me with the audience like even tighter. I got a Patreon out of it. Um, the channel is basically just all about knife submitted loaners or donations or Apex Pass Round. Like I haven't bought a knife since last year. Because I'm just like saving money. Like I'm 40 years old, I have no savings. So I'm like starting to like pile it up because I'm getting like older.
Okay,
And
yeah, two things to unpack from
yeah,
that. So, hey, how do you not buy knives? How does that happen? How do you stop yourself?
Well, since I left my old
And
job
by the way, you
to,
just lost the other half of your subscribers.
I know, right? No, they know. They know. I tell them. They're the ones sending in the knives now, because I don't make as much as I used to. It's like less than half of what I used to make.
Yeah.
And one, I live in New York City, so like my apartment is like $1,000 already, right?
Mhm.
And then I got to pay for food. Food here is expensive. My transportation is expensive. Most of the money goes into upgrading what I can do for the channel, like audio quality. I buy tech like this tablet that I bought because my old one was about to explode. It was
Yeah.
literally expanding, and like the last podcast I recorded on it, like it was so hot that I just had to spend whatever savings I had, which was like, to buy this tablet and stuff. I buy new phones every 2 years or so to get better video quality.
Yeah.
And what I'm hoping is it'll get to a point where like I'm gonna have some spare cash from this new family business and the channel that I can start getting into the collection again.
Yeah.
I think I got to get into selling stuff too.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I mean?
gotta. You
Yeah,
got.
I don't flip any of the old knives that I reviewed, and I really should. So
No, I tried. Like, there's maybe out of the over 100 knives that I have, there's maybe 10 that I have like a personal
mm-hmm.
connection with, that I got emotionally attached to. But if you're gonna do this long term, you just can't get emotionally attached to stuff. Like, people always say, "Why did you sell that? You love it." I'm like, "Yeah, because I can't eat it."
Yeah, exactly.
So I had to sell it, and yeah. But that's always thing. And the second part of that sentence you said a while
Yeah.
ago. You're 40.
Yeah, in January I'll be 40. So that's not too far away. I just say I'm 40. It's the same thing. You
I
know what
can
I mean?
I can
Yeah, it's the
I,
same thing.
I can never tell the age of Asian people. Like, this, I don't think that's racist. That's just a fact.
No,
I just don't think that white people can tell.
Asian don't raisin. That's what some kid told me from Niche Designs. Nick, I had him on here and I asked how old he was. And we look almost the same age. He's like, I'm 24. And he was like, Asians don't raisin. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that
I
one.
would have guessed you were, because when your channel first started, you had a different style than everyone, and I was like, "Who's this kid?" And you're 5 years younger than me, but it's just like, because you look so young.
Dude, it's just in the genes, I think, man. My brothers look really young too. My brother's older than you. He's 47, but
Mm-hmm.
he looks exactly like me. So,
Do you get do you get carded?
you know what? They stopped asking me last year, and I always use that line when I'm carding people at my CBD shop. Shout out to Ayla CBD. So when I card somebody, people usually get upset. One, you're trying to protect them from credit card theft, and then the other one is like, I have to make sure they're 18 in order to buy any CBD products.
Yeah, yeah.
And the line I would always open with is like, "Oh, they stopped asking me last year, man." I try to give people my ID, like, "Oh, you think I'm too old?" And then they just get a laugh out of it.
The rare times I do get carded, I go, "Just barely," like when I am.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think once you reach double the drinking age, they should just stop carding you at that point. Like, that's.
Yeah.
But the beard helps now. I don't get carded much because it's even with the mask on, there's enough
Yeah.
gray sticking out the bottom.
I would have to not shave for 10 years to get half of that, probably, maybe a fourth of it. I actually haven't shaved in like 2 days, and this is what I got.
You just have a nice little.
I do
corn
get
stash there.
I get the porcupine stash, so I do have to shave,
Yeah.
maybe every 2 days, but it takes a while for me to grow something, man.
This happened from so what I usually do is I let it grow out a little bit, and then if I have shows that weekend or whatever, I would knock it back to like a number 2 or maybe even a number 1 blade. So I just kind of had scruff, and
Yeah.
I liked the way that looked. But then I got sick when I had the COVIDs, and so I didn't mess with it for like a month, and it got enough that my wife said she kind of liked it, and now it's like a battle, because I'm getting a little tired of it,
Yeah.
but she's still insisting that she likes it, so I
Gotta
have to
keep the
wait until
peace.
she breaks and says, "All right, fine, get rid of it." But I had to buy like stuff for it now.
Are you sponsored by Manscaped? Is your channel big enough to
I'm
get
not.
an ad read?
I would welcome it. I'd welcome
Yeah.
it. Oh, I can do ball jokes.
Yeah, I will shave
Big
my
buddy come.
balls on camera for Manscaped, man. Like, For real, dude. You know what I'm saying? On the Patreon, like.
Right now, I'm aiming for Wendy's and Snickers.
Oh shit.
As I have that's in my little snack bag. I have 2 Snickers bars because I do those
Nice.
morning pocket dumps all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just throw a Snickers bar in there because
Yeah.
I usually do like carry a Snickers bar around. I promise Snickers I have one. Now I have to show it.
Is that like all knives that I hear right now, just like jiggling around?
No, it's my snack bag.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I hear like metal things. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've never tried this before. I got it at Walgreens. I'm not positive it's gonna be good. Combos, I love combos. But again, cheddar, bacon, cheese. I've never had that before. And then Snickers because it really tastes
nice, man. Dude.
And I have my little awesome. Baby Cokes. Because I like the tiny Cokes because they you put them in your hand. I've made this joke multiple times, but when you put them in your hand, you take one off. You look like Andre the Giant in that picture where he holds the beer. And it just makes me smile. And I don't know. And also that's about as much Coke as I drink in a sitting.
Yeah.
And then
I haven't drank I don't drink soda anymore. I have an eating disorder basically. That's how I'm living right now cuz like I'm trying to get in shape, right? Well, I mean, I am. This is the best shape I've ever been. Like and I eat clean basically 6 days of the week, and then today is the day that I can kind of fuck off. We had Chinese food. I had like bubble tea and shit. Yeah. But I usually just eat like vegetables, 1/3 cup of rice, and like a chicken, air fried chicken, 4 times a day. And that's what I have. Yeah, it's an eating disorder, bro. But I'm trying to. This is how this happens. Like I have to eat like that, and I work out 6 days a week. It's like
it's better than barfing in the bathroom at Applebee's.
Hey, that sounds like a good time back in the day. You know what I mean?
Your wife's wasn't she a personal trainer?
She is a personal trainer at Equinox, so I have to kind of, I got into the lifestyle because of that. Yeah, and she works out a lot despite having like rods in her spine. She had like this surgery when she was a little girl. When she was 12, she got 6 rods, dude, like metal rods.
Jeez.
I forgot what the disease is called, but she had to do it or else she'd be like, wouldn't be able to walk or something. But she still works out like multiple times a week. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to a gym, but at least I can work out every day at home. So I work out like an hour a day in the morning.
You got to keep up. You don't want to be the dumpy husband.
Yeah, exactly. And my brother, who's 47, the guy I was talking about, is just shredded because he's on American Ninja Warrior and he teaches classes for it. So he's just so jacked. And again, it's like the blueprint is there. So like I should just follow it, So Kelly gave me an exercise routine every day, like different things to do. And I just follow the notepad 6 days a week.
If you got an American Ninja Warrior, it'd be great for your channel. I'm just saying.
I would love that. A knife reviewer on YouTube. What are they going to call me? The slicing ninja or something?
And then we laugh when you fall in the water at the first thing.
Oh, man. And then when they interview me after, I'm going to be like, this is your boy in the NYC saying Pete.
This is your boy in the NYC. I need a towel.
I know, right?
In my eye. It's in my eye.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I like American Ninja Warrior. You watch like the first obstacle. You're like, yeah, I could do that. And then
my brother is on there.
And then it's the second one. You're like, no. How far do you make it?
He was on TV twice. His second time wasn't that good, but the first time he almost made it through the trials. It was on TV. It was televised, and they liked him so much because you have to send in a submission tape, right? And like he told his story of he had a brain tumor growing in his the right side of his head, and it was like the size of a fucking golf ball already, and he didn't know. He went in for just a routine MRI, and then he had to get surgery. And he basically was paralyzed for like a while. They said he would never walk again. And then he just started getting like more fit, started working out, physical therapy. And now he's doing Ninja Warrior. He's like the most fit guy I know. So they love that story. And they just always have him back on, He hasn't won the $1 million yet, or I'd be not living here.
He might still make you live there.
Yeah. No, he's really good, and he's doing really well with the classes and all that. Like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no illusions that I could do that anymore. Like, there's no way I could get in that good a shape. I mean, I used to be a professional athlete, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was a long, long time ago. The only thing it helped me with was when I was sick. I still have the huge lung capacity. Like,
Dude, like what happened with that? I wanted to ask, like you actually had COVID?
yeah, I actually did. Yeah,
It was so funny that
zero
that
stars.
that thread that Zach started on Instagram to like tell you jokes.
Yeah,
I had to run some of the stuff by him first because I was like, look, this is kind of dark. And then I was like, this is taking his battle to the death videos too seriously. And he was like, no,
yeah.
post that.
Oh, you know what's even funnier, and I don't dare do it. So I had
Yeah.
swine flu back when that was a thing.
Oh, shit.
I was one of the first like 500 people in the country or something that had it.
Wow. Which one is worse?
Oh, COVID by a million miles. I'm the only person who could do a battle to the death between swine flu and COVID. But I thought that's just a bit much. But no, I would take 5 swine flus to 1 COVID.
Damn.
COVID hurt. Like swine
Yeah, I
flu,
wanted to talk to you about your
swine flu, I
experience with
just
that.
was horribly ill for 3 or 4 days. And
But
then
COVID, how long did that last?
I'm still not 100% over it. I mean, it's
Damn.
still like my lung capacity is back to normal, and my heart rate's still a little elevated. I'm still tired all the time. Like, that's the hardest part about being in this truck. It isn't going to be overnight. I don't sleep much at night. It's like I usually right about now I'm taking a nap because
Damn.
my sleep patterns are all still messed up,
Yeah.
and I'm fatigued a lot. But
Mhm.
I would say I'm 90% over it. But no,
Yeah.
it was the actual really bad symptoms were. It wasn't that long. It was 5-6 days. But it was just the pain. It just like the aches of every joint in my body.
It's like a really bad flu, like those body flus that you get where you just like
Way
don't
worse than
wanna.
that. It was just way worse than that. It was like,
Yeah.
and I got those tremors at night,
Oh damn.
those Riger tremors or whatever they call them. That was the worst. That was the worst part. Like you're just shaking so bad I'd have to bite down on something
Shit.
for,
Yeah, I'm glad that
like
you came out of it, bro.
2-3 hours at a time, and I lost 13 pounds in sweat because I wasn't throwing up
Damn.
or anything. I had none of that. It was just
Mhm.
sweat.
Damn.
And then once the fever broke is when I got the lung thing. But the lung thing didn't last that long. I was over that in a few days. But
I was wondering if it was COVID or not. I thought you just
no,
got sick.
it was
And
definitely COVID. I
then,
went and got the test and everything.
yeah. And another knife YouTuber, Kyle J. Lanfear, like got it, right? He's in the Apex Fast Run group. He
Mhm.
hits me up on Instagram and he was like, bro, I'm really sick. I got tested for COVID. I'm positive. You're the next one in line for this knife. And I was like, leave me till the end.
Yeah, you can keep that, sir.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yours now.
It was the Reich Tulai, I think.
No, and I had done a similar to that with me. I'd done a knife sale right before I got
Yeah.
sick. I emailed everybody like, I think I'm gonna hold on to these for a couple of weeks. Like, and they were like, oh, absolutely, please do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I was I actually was getting over it when the symptoms showed up, and
Oh,
I'd
shit.
had it for a long time.
Damn.
But
Did
I
anyone else in your
didn't know.
family get sick?
Nope. But I'm
That's
pretty
crazy.
sure I got it from my son because
Yeah.
he works at a corner, excuse me, at a corner grocery store, and a lot of people come in and
Mhm.
refuse to wear masks and stuff like that. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. But he's 21 and healthy as a horse, so
He didn't
if
get
he
it.
had it, he didn't get any symptoms. The
Damn.
whole family went and got tested. They were negative, but they didn't get the antibody test. So I don't know if they had it or not. But
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sucked. It was not good. I That was horrible.
Damn.
But
So what?
I got better. I never had to go to the hospital or anything because I bought one of those O2 sensors on Amazon, and I just kept
Mhm.
checking my oxygen level, and it never got that low. It got to like 92, 93 one day, and then
Yeah.
it went right back up again. But
Is that like how has been like like work stuff? Like I know comedy is basically on hold, right? Are they doing shows out there or
nope. We were
no?
open again for 6 weeks, then they shut us down again. So, well, they didn't shut. The club I work at shut us
Yeah.
themselves down voluntarily. I mean, they shut us down. I mean, the liquor authority changed the rules,
Damn.
and they lumped us in with strip clubs.
Oh shit.
So we're closed, and it was. But for a while, live music for a couple weeks, live music was still allowed to happen as normal at
Yeah.
operating half capacity, but you couldn't have a comedy show because that was too dangerous.
That's weird.
It didn't make any
Um
sense. and then we complained, and instead of letting us reopen, they shut live music down. So
I've
yeah,
been watching this dude, Mark Normand. He's in New York City
yeah, I
comic.
know Mark well. Mark's a friend of mine. He's a
He's
really
doing these like really funny outdoor shows, like Park Normand, where he's in
you,
Central Park, like doing a
you
show.
can't even do that anymore.
He does that. He did Mark Roofman, which like he's on the roof doing stand up, and then he did Parking Lot Normand. He's in.
I did parking lot shows.
Yeah.
We
So,
did those for like a month, and I did all of them, and it was all right. Like
yeah.
especially like the last two of them we had, we let people get out of their cars, so they were sitting in like lawn chairs and stuff.
Yeah. Are you
And
still
that was good.
podcasting?
Are
you still podcasting?
No, because our podcast was all based on the comics that were coming through.
Oh, right.
We tried to keep it going for a while, and we decided not to.
Damn.
We'll be back whenever comedy's back.
When do you think that's gonna be back, dude? I mean, I'm out in the world all the time because I am working now 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And at first I thought New York City was doing pretty bad because the subways can be pretty grim.
Yeah.
But then I walked through Midtown last night to pick up bubble tea for the lady, and then I walked through Bryant Park, man, and it was like just this beautiful, serene like scene where the tables are like all 6 feet apart or more from each other. The water fountain was on. It was like quieter. It was like a quieter, nicer New York City, and like it was just a beautiful thing. And I'm like, oh shit, New York City is surviving. I went to a restaurant too. I went to a restaurant for the past 2 weeks. We went to Koreatown, and they close off streets at night, and then that whole entire block has outside seating. That's how that's how they did it.
Yeah, I've
so it looks like a big fair basically, and it's like just people eating.
I think I've been to restaurants twice since this happened. I went and had a meeting with the guy I do the podcast with, and we went to a diner, and then my wife and I went out to the comedy club is reopened as a restaurant. So the first night they reopened as a restaurant, we went.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it's weird. Who knows? I don't think I'll be on stage again until next year.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, but and who knows when next year, but I think it's going to be at least then. I think once we start getting into the holidays and stuff, they're going to start. The state's got other stuff to worry about. I'm not mad about it. It's just, it's, I think it's what we got to do.
Yeah.
But it just sucks they gave us a taste. They let us reopen for a little bit, and then they shut us down. And it's like,
yeah, I mean, there's some places have it open, right? Like Texas is doing shows.
Yeah.
Shows in Nashville and stuff. Like I listen to the comedians like do their podcasts and I hear all about that. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know booking agents in cities or states that are open, and I thought about it, but then I've had it. I took it
exactly.
It was awful. It was terrible. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, and my immunity is probably gone now. I could probably get it again.
Damn. What do they tell you? Like once you got better, they're like just chill out and shit.
No, it's just the docs just said you may feel effects of it for months.
Oh,
that was, and I definitely still do. And it's been, when was it? Was it early July? I had it. I don't remember. Late.
Damn.
Yeah, it was July. Yeah, like early July. And because my mom passed away in August, and I was over it.
My condolences, man.
Yeah, that sucked. But anyway, talk about knives.
Yeah, sure, man. What are you into right now?
Oh, a lot of stuff. I have a question for you though.
Sure.
So you do, before we get to specific knives, you do the knife reviews and you do the podcasting. Which do you prefer?
If I had a choice and I had to pick only one, what would I keep doing? It'd probably be podcasting.
Yeah.
But I've gotten, here's the thing that's funny, it's funny you asked that, because I kind of like stopped doing the what's dope about it, what's whack about it stuff for a bit because I was getting tired of it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like a new, wanted to just go through different creative like mediums or whatever. So I was doing unboxings with 3 cameras or the podcast, which I'm talking a lot. But then today I'm releasing a video, which is the same format, like the one that you're used to, that I used to do.
Yeah.
And it was fun again, the editing is fun again. I think I like to take breaks sometimes to explore other stuff. And I think it's gotten to the point where people just come to the channel, not even for the knives anymore. They just want to see what kind of kooky reaction I'm going to have to this
Well,
thing.
that's funny you should say, because I just talked to Shabazz a couple hours ago, and he said the same thing about keeping it. He said keeping sane, but I was like, oh, it's like keeping like keeping the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So and if you're not enthusiastic, people are going to know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fake that crap. So
yeah.
it's and for me for Nick and I, it's saying no more often. You know, when we get offered stuff to read.
I haven't gotten that big yet, bro.
But
I haven't gotten that. I haven't gotten big enough yet. I think.
And I don't know what we both agreed on. I don't know if this is your opinion as well. The stuff that's harder to review is the mediocre stuff. If it's really bad or really good, it's easy. But if it's mediocre, it's just like
it's hard. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I finally gotten to the point where some companies are hitting me up and like, hey, do you want to check this out? Or like, you know, like here's a wallet, or like, hey, here's a phone case. Like, you know, do you have an iPhone? And I'm like, no, but they sent it for my girl and stuff, and things like that have been going on. They're not really asking for reviews per se, but they're like, just take a picture of it on Instagram. And the podcast, like more and more people are discovering me through the podcast. Like they don't even know I do knife reviews. Like some of the new people, they're like, oh shit, like I love your podcast, man. I'm like, damn, all right. So that's definitely my favorite thing to do right now is podcasting.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what you'd say.
Yeah, but I still do the knife stuff, man. I got knives all over my table. I still have too many. Like I'm still like, you know, I still take 1 or 2 pictures a day for Instagram. I do reels a lot now. That's my favorite thing on Instagram, to do the sketches. And I had one that was reshared by Ben Peterson. I did one with the banter where I opened it and then I spliced in his voice and it said, "What is up, guys?" when I opened it. Yeah. And then it showed like a montage of some of his best knife banters, like the one with Shabazz, Epic Snuggle Bunny. And then like at the end, like I'm crying because everyone like misses Ben, right? In knife banter. And it's like fake tears, like animated ones.
We love you too, Zach.
Yeah, no, we do. Zach actually got me on our Zach stuff. Suggested that I be on an Instagram live with Blade HQ, and that's how I got to talk to Zach for the first time, like the Blade HQ Zach.
Yeah, I like him a lot. We were texting him a couple weeks ago about something.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Very nice.
When I went out there to go visit Blade HQ, he picked me up at the train station in like the most beat up Suzuki Sentai. And he apologized for me, like, "You're kidding me? I love old 80s cars.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite thing." I'm like, "This thing is awesome." Yeah. And he was still working on it. It was beat up, but it had like a beast of a motor in it. You know, it was cool. And I remember it had like leopard print on the inside of one door because we had to replace one of the doors. But I mean, yeah, this is a 2006 truck. I like older cars. They're more fun to screw around with. But so this is a question I asked Shabazz. What's the most surprising knife you reviewed this year? What's one that you were shocked at how good it was?
I've said this so many times, and like a lot of people are going to disagree with me if they've experienced one, but my knife of the year is Williamson Copenhagen Red E folder. That's like my favorite.
You're always posting about this.
I love that knife so much. The G10 is rough, and like that is the only bad thing I can say about it. But in what I need a knife to do, right? First of all, I need a knife to entertain me all day because I'm going to be flipping it all day. It has to have good action. You know, no wear and tear on the thumbs from doing this and all that. So it's got to be really solid with that. You know, it's got to have some decent material. It's got to be fun to look at too, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that just checks all the boxes, man. I really, really love that one. And it's not even like a very expensive knife. It's like $60 in some places. It's just my favorite one. Better access lock than any of the Benchmades I've tried this year. Like, it's just
that's all
smooth,
almost universally true. Like this year, like now that all these really good companies can start making them, like the Able lock that Hogue does better than an access lock. No, it's just like there's a bunch of them that are just better. You know, it's I think it's because, you know, Benchmades are built to volume. Lesser volume though. Did you see the culling of all the stuff Benchmade discontinued?
I didn't. I see. Here's the thing about me, right? It's like I'm so embedded in the hobby because one, I work on content for it every single day. Yeah. But when it comes to like the news and stuff, Like I don't hear about
Oh,
it that much.
I didn't know either. So somebody
Yeah.
messaged me on Instagram about it last
Mhm.
night. Like they
Yeah.
discontinued the Anthem. I kind of get that.
What? Well, I
Halo,
mean, yeah, it is
Halo
pretty
Knife.
expensive.
I
Yeah.
get it. But they discontinued the Super Freak.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I thought
Why?
that one was doing really well.
Yeah, it's the best thing they make.
Damn.
I don't know. And then it was a bunch of serrated stuff. I totally
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. That I understand because people are
But
moving away from
it
that.
was most of the Freak models were.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a
That's
lot. I mean, it's like
crazy.
dozens. The Proper, they discontinued that.
That's the slip joint, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I might be wrong. Maybe there's a couple variants that's still being made, but I know I saw like a lot of Proper variants on the list.
Wow.
I only glanced at it as I was going to bed last night, so I could be wrong. But yeah, I know the Super Freak was, at least Blade HQ has it listed as discontinued.
Yeah, I mean, I trust that.
Did last
Usually,
night.
Blade HQ is where I go for like pricing or specs or something.
Yeah, me too.
And if
Yeah.
they say it's like discontinued, I'm like, okay, this is at least the other companies are gonna follow suit after this. The other retailers, I mean.
Yeah, but it's it was
That's crazy.
quite a culling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I already said the Spaz video. My most surprisingly good knife this year was that Spider Canis.
I have that. Someone sent one in to me to check out. Ombre EDC on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sent it in to me, and yeah, I like it, man. Funky knife. I haven't cut a lot of stuff with
It's
it.
very slicey.
Oh, it looks it. It looks it.
That's what I like about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hideous in the pictures, but it looks pretty decent in person.
Yes, I agree with that. Once I had it in hand, I was like, holy shit, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I may have to send my scales off to Sharp Dress Knives to get custom scales made for it, though. But
that's dope.
Yeah. And so your knife of the year is that Williamson as well, you said?
I like the Williamson. I like the Banter too, but just because Ben made it, I think. The thing is like I haven't bought a lot of the recent stuff. I'm not up to date when it comes to things coming in because I'm not buying right now, right?
Yeah.
So most of the things that come in are donations or loaners or Apex Fast Round. So not everything is like the most up to date thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Williamson Red E folder. I like the Odium. I like the Mini Archbishop by Firmforge. Those are the kind of knives that I like, that size, 3-inch or below. I love the Neutron. I like the Atom. It's not this year, but that's the stuff that I checked out that I really liked.
Well, there's a new Neutron coming out, so.
Oh snap! What's up? What's the deal with it?
It looks like the Atom. It's got the embedded liners and the deep carry clip, and it's basically just an atomized Neutron.
Neutron, the smaller, right?
Yeah. Well, the Atom was a bigger Neutron, but then they added some features, and now they're going back and adding those features to the Neutron. The Neutron, as we will all call it.
It's like the new, like NEW. Yeah.
I think it's technically the Neutron too, but we'll all call it the Neutron. But,
yeah. Shouldn't it just? Yeah. It should just be called the Neutron too.
Well, but then if they do another one, then what do you call that one? The new Neutron?
New Neutron.
Like Doctor Who again.
Newertron.
like a Doctor Who again. New York.
I know.
New York City.
Yeah.
And then eventually it was like New York. Because it kept getting destroyed.
Yep.
But you do like a lot of the smaller stuff. And so the reason why, because you live in New York City. So is that why, or do you think you'd be into that even if you lived upstate like me and could carry big giant stuff? Would you do that?
I probably would, because having like a big old knife is like pretty awesome, right? Yeah. Like it feels good in the hand. You're looking at it like, man, this is crazy, right? Like I mean, the most I do is cut cardboard boxes down, but if I had like a bigger knife, it's easier. Just things like that. Usually the action is pretty solid on some of these bigger knives.
Yeah.
But that's in New York City.
You get that thunk, with a big old
like
knife.
I'm scared to carry like an 0900 in New York City. You know what I mean? It's a tanky, small ass knife, but then if in the event that I get frisked, they're gonna be like, one, you have a green card, you have to be a citizen to carry, I think, or something like that. They usually will let me go though, unless I'm doing some crazy like bothering people. And I'll just say I work in a retail environment. I open boxes all day. But yeah, that's really the fear, man, is I try to keep it below the palm length, because that's exactly what they're going to do. Like if I get frisked, like a cop is going to do this, even though that's not the way to do it anymore. Not everyone got the memo. You know what I'm saying? So
when I'm in New York City, I don't carry anything.
Yeah.
That's one place I just won't even bother.
And I carry in the pocket, not using the pocket clip. It's
Yeah.
in the pocket. You know what I mean? That's hard to do in skinny and slim fit jeans, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Those days have passed. Those days have passed.
You know,
yeah.
I try to blend in and camouflage with the other kids that look my age. You know what I'm saying? So
the senior in high school and the college freshman.
Yeah, the college freshman. It's like, oh shit, he's one of us. We'll buy CBD from him.
they don't know you're actually an old.
I tell them that I'm 40 because I open up with that joke, you know, like they stopped carding me last year, and then I'm like, I'm 40 now, and I get upset when people don't card me. They're like, you're 40, and it starts a conversation. Like they're, you know, more likely to buy stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, but thank you very much for coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
Company for how long have I been? Like half an hour. So
something like that.
I'm not sure. I'll probably put this up tomorrow. Recording on Sunday, so I'll probably put it up tomorrow.
Sure, man. Dude,
a whole lot of content in the truck because I have nothing else to do.
Good luck. Stay strong.
Yeah.
And love to have you on the podcast again, man.
Anytime you want, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you want.
Yeah, we'll talk, man.
Maybe next time we'll actually have like a subject to talk about instead of just rambling on for half an hour.
People like that. That's why they're there.
I did no preparations for this other
because
than,
think about it like this, man. If
speaking to Ray,
if you wanted a podcast that was very centered on the hobby and less on knowing what the two people are like, you'd watch Knife Junkie. You'd watch Knife Nuts. You don't go to Everyday City Carry for that.
No, it's fun just to get to know the people like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to starting a podcast again when I have.
You should. You're really good at it, man.
When I'm Slicey Daily, I'll be podcasting again, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, it'll be little half-hour videos. A half of it will be about knives, and half of it will just be about why are you the way you are?
Dude. Thank you for having me, man. It was awesome.
Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, have a good one.
All right.